Welcome to DCL Talk Show. We could not do a talk show on last Tuesday. So basically, I'm supposed to do a show on Tuesday for Division 2 and Thursday are for top Division 1. Um, Unfortunately, we were hit bad by weather last week. So only 8 games are there. So I felt like uh, two different shows are not required. Uh, so I ended up canceling that one, and sorry about that. And we will be covering all 8 games today. And right now, I have two of our analysts tonight. Actually, Vijay is supposed to join, but unfortunately, Vijay has some personal issues, so he's unable to join. But I will cover his games. Okay. And I'm glad I gave only 2 games to Vijay. I have to cover only those two, and remaining all headache and burden, everything is on Imti and Pradip. Okay, with that, I will let me welcome our guests, our analyst tonight. Welcome to the show, Pradip.
Thank you, Jagan. Another exciting week of DCL. However, the weather seems to be playing spoil sport. A lot of games most likely will be rescheduled because of the bad weather last weekend. But we have a few games that were closed last week that we can discuss. And next week is hopefully the weather holds up again next weekend as well.
Weather, at least at this time, the weather looks good.
Yeah,
At least on my phone, it looks good. So, but
yeah,
the worst thing is I don't know when it is going to rain, but um, it's raining on Friday.
yeah. It is. There is
Otherwise,
definitely. Yeah, the rain is in the forecast on Friday, so that
on Friday, yeah.
even
Uh,
though it may not disrupt any games, it's quite likely to impact some of the games.
yeah, I don't think it will impact any games because if
But
it is not
but I,
raining,
yeah, let me rephrase that. Not impact the games, but it will change the strategy of how you would play the game on a surface which is kind of wet.
yeah, yeah, you're right. And I think we have a morning and afternoon games this weekend. So, uh, guys playing in the afternoon, maybe they'll have
Yep.
a wonderful game because uh, the highest temperature is 79. I'm sure it is going to be very pleasant for them,
Yeah, I would agree.
if not sultry. Okay, with that, I think Imti also joined here. Welcome to the show, Imti.
Hey, thanks again. Welcome to all our listeners to yet another episode of DCL Talk Show on the DCL Radio. Yeah, like we were just talking, right? Exciting games were lined up. Some got washed out because of the rain. So hopefully we get to talk about those in upcoming shows. But nevertheless, we still have some good games that happened this weekend, which we will talk about. And again, welcome to again our listeners again. Yep.
Yeah, with that, let's quickly jump into uh, our games. The first game of the night is FCC Agni versus Motor City. To you, Imti.
Yes. Again, this seemed like a one-sided game for me. Again, even though uh, the chase was done in like close to 23 overs, but Motor City, who batted first, were only able to put 83. Uh, got all out for in the 25th over. Looking at the scorecard, it didn't look like they really got going at any point of time. Regular wickets falling, and I see at least three people getting out for ducks. So the real meat of partnerships came in the middle between Dinesh and Sunil, who put up double-digit scores and stayed there for a while. Dinesh Ravi scoring 13, Sunil scoring 17. There was a bit of spark in the top by Ravi Rachan, who scored 12 from 31 balls, but I think the other end did not really support him, so he got out in the eighth over. Uh, again, like looking just through the scorecard, it really didn't like I was saying, not real partnership there, no partnerships building, and I think regular wickets at regular intervals. I think credit to the FCC Agni bowlers who season after season just keep coming, showing up on the ground and get some new players and put up those great fights against good teams, right? So yet again in this game, Ramesh setting an example, 2 wickets in his 4.2 overs. Satish Matipalli, Raghunath Muralidharan, who has been playing diesel for a very long time. All these are experienced folks. They knew what they were doing, and I think they got their job done in the bowling department, restricting Motor City for 83. Uh,
I see. When I looked at this game, I did not understand why Bhargav Srinivasan came that late into the game, or at least probably he was playing.
mhm.
If you look at scorecard, there's
Right.
not even single four. By I mean, I think there is only one four. I think so.
Two
There's no
fours.
aggression at all.
Hmm.
So in that circumstances, Bhargav he scored 11 runs in just 15 balls. He should have come little bit up, is what I thought. Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but
No, I
I
think that's
just
a good
thought of
observation. Yeah,
yeah.
because again, Bhargav has been playing for quite a while, so he's an experienced member. So yeah, like I was saying last week too, when I was talking about Raptors, right? Like experienced folks always needs to be in the top order, like guiding the new folks around them and taking the team through, right? So yeah, Bargo could have done that, but again, they might have been trying some few things with these players, right? So again, in initial stages of the league, so still some room for experimentation and stuff before you actually figure out the lineup, right? So that being said, FCC Agni going into the chase again, like 85 in 25 overs, chasing 83 in 25 overs was definitely in their favor. And I think they were able to cross the line in the 23rd over with loss of 6 wickets. Again, I see bulk of the runs being scored in the top itself, like almost everybody getting into double digits, starting off their innings. Trying to kick off the momentum, but like, I think falling short there. But still, I think they had that scoreboard ticking regularly and were able to cross the line pretty easily. Satish Matipalli staying not out there, 19 from 31, I think, made sure that he stayed till the end and got the team across. The bowling department from Motor City, I see almost 8 bowlers being used, trying to try various things, trying to defend that target, I guess, but they eventually failed in that. Motor City, I think, should have got at least another 15-20 runs to put some pressure, which I think was ultimately the downfall which caused their loss in this game. I think if you're batting first, at least 100 is what we are looking at par score these days, right? So
Yeah, but I can say one thing. FCC Agni, they showed their experience at least with respect to bat and with respect to bowl. The top order play really well, and bowling also they did good. And at least that's what I felt by looking at that scorecard.
yeah, I
Okay,
think
is
with
there
this
anything you want
win,
to add?
no, I think again this is FCC Agni's second game, their first win, so good to get on the points board for them. But on the other hand, I think Motor City will- has struggled like both games losses. They just have one bonus point, so need to pull up their socks and get into winning ways. But FCC Agni, I think, is a good start for them to start winning and getting on the points table.
Okay, the next game of the night is KECC versus Punjab Scorpions. Pradip is the
Sure.
best person to walk us through this game.
Yeah, this was a good fun game to be a part of. The funny part is I never win tosses for whatever reason, but this time I won, and I
Ah,
you know
okay.
we chose to bat this time. We got a decent partnership. I mean, the pitch was
Before you get into the game details, congratulations on winning the toss.
thank
Okay,
you.
that augurs for some sitting with
Yes,
beer. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, yeah, so we had a decent start. I want to say not great, but decent. We got 11 run opening partnership, and Rahul got out trying to score some runs. And our middle order kind of was shaky. We kind of slowed the innings down a little bit, and Rohit played really well. Trying to increase the run rate. He got run out. That is, I don't like runouts, but unfortunately he did get run out. Nagaraj was there, and then Prasanna stabilized the inning. Prasanna scoring 11 runs. Prasanna, if we had stayed a couple more overs, I think we would have probably had about 80 plus runs on board. But that was not to be the case. He was trying to go for some runs because we were struggling to get runs at that point. And of course, I did not score any. I got out for 0. Ashwin got out for 1, and then Sandeep kind of stabilized towards the middle late, I want to say. But we had great ending. I don't think we would have crossed 61 if not for Achilles without scoring 16 runs in the last wicket partnership. And we seriously have to think about, personally, my view is getting Achilles to probably up a little bit more because they've shown that they can play. They're not going to play a long innings, at least the way they play. They're hitters. But I definitely think that there's room for them up the order a little bit to just kind of stabilize the inning and score some runs at the same time. But all in all, we felt 75 was a decent score for that pitch. Anything below 60 would have been really bad. But, we had Achilles scoring 7 and 8 from Siddharth. They did a pretty good job of getting us to 75 runs. We started off, we put the pressure on Punjab. They were 5 wickets down for 19 runs at the end of 10 overs. So we had them where we wanted. But I got to give kudos to Scorpions here. They took the game away. Inderpreet and Gurpreet gave them a 40-plus run partnership for the 6th wicket. That pretty much took the game away from us. I think the first game, the same 2 guys played well as well. So it looks like they come in the middle of the inning and then they stabilize it. They seem to be good batsmen. Inderpreet played really well, and Gurpreet kind of gave him a support that he needed. So pretty much in the end, it was, we lost the game. We lost the momentum in the middle, a couple of bad overs, but kudos to Scorpions. They played a great inning. They played a great match. And I think they're a playoff bound team for sure. It remains to be seen. It's still early in the season. So congrats to Scorpions. Hard luck to KCC for us. But it was a great learning curve. So, we defended both times. We defended 108, won by 6 runs in the end. But so we have had 2 different opportunities, one with defending a large total and the other one defending a small total. And we came pretty close to pulling this game off. There was 1 wicket. We needed one of those guys, Inderpreet or Gurpreet. I think we would have won the game. But kudos to Scorpions for holding their nerve and taking the innings through and finished wrapping it up. So congrats to Scorpions. Young rookies on our side. We played a really good match. Hopefully we can take a lot from it, and we'll come back stronger next game.
Okay. But one thing, I have one question for you. Did they score any boundaries?
I don't think so. No, there was no boundaries at all.
No boundaries at all? Yeah, I see. I mean, this Inderpreet, he scored 38. Yeah, he scored 38 in 46 balls.
Yeah.
And no boundary at all.
Yeah, they were. I mean, so the strategy, of course, as you know, DSP 3, the offside, right? It's pretty close. So they took a lot of 2s, just hitting the short for the covers. So that's what got them the runs. But they were under tremendous pressure, and if we had gotten that breakthrough, it would have been a different match.
Okay. Otherwise, I mean, chasing that many runs is very difficult for a new team, but they did.
Yeah.
They did really good there.
Yeah. I think they have good on the shoulder, so kudos to them.
Okay. The next game of the night is Fighters versus MCC Miles. In the absence of Vijay, I'll I'll walk this game. The game between Fighters and MCC Miles is lost with, I mean, with the extras, because when if you guys look at the Fighters batting, they were, I would say, they were very tentative. Though the opening partnership is great. If you take out Sai Manoj there, I felt like they were under pressure. Okay, and there was only two boundaries, one four and one sixer, but the highest scorer is extras. When the high 20 is 20 extras, and out of 102, if you take out at least 15 extras, or 10, you're looking at 90s. You're looking in 90s, and your chase becomes little. You don't have to push yourself for that chase. You can take your time and wait for those bad balls. Just when I thought, I watched MCC Miles, I thought, these guys are, um, you know, in the competition now. You know, they played exactly opposite to of what I have seen in their game against KRCC. In the KRCC, their bowling was, awesome. No, I mean, very less extras. Okay, I don't say no extras, but very less. In this one, their bowling, I think I'm disappointed with MCC Miles bowling, especially 20 extras. It's a big no-no in any kind of game. Okay, and then when it comes to batting, I always felt MCC Miles is little short on their batting, because most of the time they go aggressive against the batters, against the bowlers, and especially their openers. They always want to go hit the top gear right from the ball one, and which may work or may not work. But the only thing, Rahul Chenna, he changed his style completely, batting style in the sense, um, you know, he's waiting there, taking his time, and you know, probably in the double-minded thing, he is unable to deliver what is required by him, and what is his actual personality is not showing up there. At least that's my observation when I saw him against KRCC. At least in this game, um, I think it's the same in this game. Okay, and Sanjay Elungon has to fire. Unfortunately, he did not, and um, they lost. So I would say it's one-sided game in my opinion. Chasing one or two with this ball, and with the kind of rules that we have, it should be easy. Um, Somehow they did not. They could not do that one. And uh, for MCC Miles, Raviteja Mitha, 5 overs, 16 runs, and 4 wickets is the best. And there's only one more. I don't know why Brahmanaidu bowled. He gave up 8 runs there, and Hemant Patel, Hemant Pingali, too many extras. He just gave up 23, but he ended up giving 5 wides, two no balls. There itself, you're giving, you know, you're maintaining tight line for at least one or three, 4 balls, and you're giving one extra. So probably uh, that's what is the game changer in this one. 20 extras, and um, and when these guys have fighters have one of the best bowling units in their lineup. you know Anvesh, Sai Manoj, Anil, Mahesh. Okay, and and the old timer Siddharth Annavoina. I like him personally. He's a very good bowler, wicket taking bowler. And Sai Manoj was terrific with his 5 overs, 13 runs, and 4 wickets. And overall, it's the bowling that actually won the game. I would consider still fighters have to show up with their bat with little better. Okay, so other than that, um, see, I would say fighters Um, Fighters, they are proving that they are one of the best teams in this league. And with that, we'll quickly go to our next game of the night.
Hey, Jagan,
And yeah,
can I make a comment here?
oh sure, why not?
Yeah, so I was shocked when I saw the scorecard. And it, you and I umpired the game last time, and I was blown away by MCC Miles. Of course, you're right. Their strength might be bowling, but I cannot figure out this MCC Miles after this game. You have completely opposite. I mean, they didn't score too many runs in the first game either, but at least they were able to defend it. And giving away 100 runs, uh, that is, I was not expecting that. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if some of these players were missing. I hope it's just a one-off thing, and they'll hopefully prove me right that I'm kind of betting on them this year. But I guess I'm going to hold off on betting on them until I see some concrete proof, because this is it's really inconsistent. That's what they've been all these years. It's very inconsistent. But I thought they might have changed their story or turned the page a little bit. But yeah, I have no reason why this should have been a one-sided game. I absolutely have no clue.
See, no, see, MCC Miles, I was disappointed with their bowling, not with the batting. Batting is sometimes with the style of batting they do, and
Yeah,
it's hit or miss kind of stuff. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
disappointed with the bowling, and especially 20 extras
yeah.
is not good. Okay,
I
let's
agree.
quickly jump to our next game: Rebels Cricket Club versus Marvels. Imti, it looks
Yeah,
totally one-sided game.
yeah. Just before going into this game, just continuing on the MCC Miles, I think if anybody from MCC Miles is listening, we folks have a lot of expectations from MCC Miles, I think, and maybe so.
True.
Uh, Again, like maybe one-off game. Hopefully, that's they come back strong and give us a good game, because like Pradip Bhai said, I was also actually surprised when I saw the scorecard, because uh, I at least thought this would go down the wire, this game, but looks like fighters had it comfortably in the end.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So moving on to this game, Rebels Cricket Club versus Marvels. In hindsight, this looks like a completely lopsided one-sided game in favor of Rebels Cricket Club. But when the game started, I think Marvels, who won the toss, elected to field, which was a little surprising for me in this. So probably they had some confidence in their bowling attack, and I think they at the first half of the game, I think they did a very good job restricting Rebels for 71. Uh, Again, Rebels could not stand the entire 25 overs, got all out in 21st over, 71 runs. A couple of highlights of their batting is Arun Teja, who got into double digits, 10 runs. Sushil scored 17 from 23, almost run a ball. Chaitanya Inampudi, 15 from 29. Like all these folk getting into double digits, but again, like not much there from the rest of the scorecard. There 11 extras contributing, and I think they scampered to 71 is what I feel looking at the scorecard. Again, like definitely great bowling from Marvels at this point. Manoj Kumar, the highlight there with 5 overs, 4 for 14. Uh, well supported by the other bowlers. Jagan also picking up a couple of wickets, and then remaining bowlers also chipping in with 1 wicket each. Three of the bowlers there. Overall, I think at the halfway point, I think Marvels were in a comfortable spot, chasing 71. 25 overs, and I think Marvels do have a few folks who are experienced and should have taken them through. But again, they were hit by this storm called Venkat Reba, who just completely broke the batting lineup, and also Karthik Chindam. I think both of them in tandem like picked up 9 wickets. Karthik Chindam figures 5 overs, 4 for 10, and Venkat Reba 2.2 overs, 5 wickets for 4 runs. I think when you have figures like that, it's just completely demolishing act in the bowling department, and I think Marvels really never uh, recovered from that kind of bowling from these two uh, gentlemen there. I think defending 71 itself is a big achievement, and in that, if you're doing that in this convincing fashion, I think Rebels Cricket Club did a great job here. Uh, Good chance for Marvels. Lost. They could have put some points on the board, but still winless again after two games. Rebels Cricket Club with this win, getting onto the points table, I think will give them a lot of confidence going forward. So good game for Rebels and hard luck Marvels.
Rebels at an average they are giving one extra per over. So if you play 25 overs, you are guaranteed to get 25 runs. Okay, so all you have to do is score 40 runs.
So even in that 35 Marvels,
35, 15 extras.
15
Yeah.
extras, yes.
So, oh my God.
So on one side you
Sometimes,
have like beautiful bowling by these two bowlers, and then on the other side you also have these extras. So
yeah, yeah,
again, this won't really be a concern at this point because they won this game so convincingly. But in other games where a few runs here and there could make the difference, I think 15 extras is a little too much.
yeah, yeah. The next game of, sorry, did I interrupt
No,
you
I
or?
think I'm done. I'm done. No,
Okay,
thanks. Yeah.
okay. So the next game of the night is Hitmen versus Gladiators. Praddy.
Yeah, this was too close for comfort again for Glads. This is well, it wins a win, no doubt. But this is the second game that it got to the end. It got too close for comfort for Glads here. Hitman surprisingly lost three quick wickets. The last three wickets for 8 runs. But Iman and Mahfouz, they not only built a partnership, they were scoring at a pretty brisk clip, almost 6 runs per over. Mahfouz scored another 19-run partnership with Arun Shankar. So, and then in the end, guys chipped in with 2, 3s, and 4s and stuff like that. They got to a decent total of 98. One observation is they didn't play the entire 25 overs. It probably could have crossed the 100 mark. I think 100 is, even though it's only 2 runs, 100 definitely has a psychological impact on the opposition, right? That's how I feel anyway. But kudos to Iman and Mahfouz. We were playing on the other side on Diamond 3. I saw some really good hitting by these guys, by Iman especially. Uh, for the bowling on that side, Jeet, Anup, and Jawad took 2 wickets each. I felt Anup was a little expensive, and so was Satya and Shanawaz. But, they got them for 98. Kudos to Hitman for getting a 98 run on board. And obviously that's a pretty good total, I feel. Glads lost Anup early, but Shan Tayfur, they combined for a 22-run partnership. Let's see, 3.4 overs. What is that? So 22 runs in 3.4 overs. So they were scoring at a brisk clip, even though they were losing some wickets. Hardeep going out. I think Hardeep is still not in form, but they need to get Hardeep in and get him some more reps and help him build the confidence. But they had a great partnership in between Tayfur and Shana. And of course, Jawad coming in. Jawad is a sneaky batsman, and he can run in between. He can run really well in between the wickets. So between Shan and Jawad, they built another partnership there in between that pretty much kind of stabilized the inning to some extent. But in the end, it got too close for comfort, I felt. The last 2 quick wickets between Swaroop and Siog, 1 run. And then Arjun got out for 83. Arjun, I think, is still recovering, so I'm not sure when Arjun is going to come back to his original form. But Satya, again, kind of closing out the inning just like the last game. But Jawad did a great inning there. Bowling, Iman was really stingy with his 5 overs, but everybody else were kind of somewhat on the expensive side, with Aditya getting 2 and Hussain Ahmed taking 4 wickets. That was the pick of their bowlers. Iman, of course, getting a wicket there. Hitman made it too close. Kudos to Hitman for competing against Glads. I think Glads still have some things. It's early in the season. They got to work some things out. But Hitman, I think, is going to surprise some teams this year. I'm not willing to bet on them yet. Just because I'm gonna hold off on betting any teams until we get to the middle of the season because there is a lot of peaks and valleys. It looks like early in the season. So, but kudos to Hitman for staying strong and getting it too close for Glad's comfort there. But congrats to Glad's, and hopefully they'll continue this momentum. They did lose the bonus point, so we'll see how this shapes up in the end. But these bonus points in Division One can add up and could be the difference in the end. So I'm good.
Okay, the next game of the night is Red Devils versus Pokeries. We were all expecting, a great match out of this one, but it ended up being a one-sided one. At least that's how I felt. Red Devils batting first, they could manage only 62. If you take out Gagan Singh, so 13, and Ranveer's 16, you know, I have to add a word there, laboring 16, laboring 13. And the next best is extras. They managed to get those 62 runs and they could play only 19 overs. That says how well these Pokeries bowled. Especially I'm impressed with Manoj Prabhakar. Okay, he bowled 4 overs, 11 runs, and 3 wickets. That's awesome bowling. And Ranjit bowled only 1 over, but he took a wicket and he really bowled well. And Raghu Kumar, you all know, his uh, his left arm spin is going to. I mean, he'll trouble anybody any given day. Uh, the only thing that if I want to see this kind of performance, I want to see this kind of performance in the finals, at least this year. I hope Pokeries will make it to finals this year. I like their template with respect to their bowling, and um, um, I always had questions on their batting. But in this game, when they are chasing that 62 runs, they took really 21 overs to get those 63. They lost 4 wickets, but if you have a good start from Vignesh, uh, probably uh, the win is just in the corner. Especially with the next two, Yuvraj and Arun. They both Arun, though I mean he played against. I mean that's not his style. Arun generally 10 overs. Sorry, 10 runs in 31 balls is not his style. But I like the way he played. And Yuvraj 18 of 38 balls, but they had only 60 runs to chase, so uh, probably they were going a little cautious. But um, I'm impressed with Pokri's bowling and um, Gagan Singh, as usual, he bowled really well for Red Devils, but my expectation of out of Red Devils is more than this. But somehow I did not see Swarna Rahul this year. Is he in town or not? Is something that I need to check with Venkat. Hmm. Okay, so he's very important. He used to be very important part of this team, but somehow he didn't play first game and this game. I don't know whether he is in the roster or not, or either he's playing or not. Okay, if somebody knows, please send me the text. Okay, that's all I have about this game, and um, there isn't any surprises. The only surprise is Red Devils not giving any fight. Otherwise, it's one-sided game for Pokeries. With that, um, I'll go to our next game. Yeah.
Yeah, can I say something here?
Oh, you
This
can
was,
always.
this was one of those games that we were expecting it to be really close, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was a one-sided completely, and Pokeries, kudos to them. They're actually building up the hype now. And good for Poker. I don't know what's going on with Red Devils. You're right. It's running around. I haven't seen them play yet, but even with the roster that they have, I think they're not a
Oh, they
team.
have pretty good. Yeah, they have
Yeah,
very good roster. They can beat anybody on
yeah,
with the kind of roster
uh,
they have. They're I'll say they're one of the top uh, units.
yeah,
Okay,
And
and
especially in their first game when they were on the back foot against Hitman, they really came back well and scored those 100 plus
correct.
runs, right? So
Yeah,
with teams like this, you always expect that they will bounce back, but in this game, unfortunately, that did not happen. So
yeah,
yeah.
yep. The next game of the night is SSK versus local boys. SSK always surprises me. Okay.
yes, I think the theme of
Imti-
today's show is like surprises, where we were expecting a lot of close games,
yeah,
eventually ended up kind of one-sided.
one side.
Yes.
Yeah,
Even this game, I think last week when we were predicting, I think it was touted to be a very closely contested game, and I think I also bet on local boys, if I remember correctly, against
I
SSK.
everybody went for local boys.
Right.
I remember because I
Yeah,
local
I know
boys are
because both.
known for playing very
Uh,
patient innings, and they
right.
have very good disciplined bowling attack. And
Exactly, and both
I,
both these teams, the first games that they played, they won, and they were like good confidence going into this game, right? So it should have been a more closely contested one, but unfortunately that did not happen for local boys. SSK, who batted first, put up a very solid score of 125 for eight. Played the entire 25 overs. I think looking at the scorecard, it really felt good because I think they kind of checked box most of the things, right? The top three among runs, bulk of the runs, Akshat Chadna, 26 of 28, Bala Uday Kumar, 14 from 20, Kishore Rauru, 20 from 34. When you have your top three amongst like runs and getting that partnership and the early foundation, you always have the team scoring in bulk of 100 runs when you look at the final score. Sai Sriya also in the end giving that impetus to the scorecard, 21 for 15 balls, and then Ravidev Chalanti also in the middle order getting into double digits. Overall, I think you have a lot of notable contributions in this scorecard, and a very solid score of 125 at the end of 25 overs. In the bowling department for local boys, again, like Srinivas was among wickets, well supported by the other bowlers. But I think a couple of bowlers went for some runs, and then when you have a regular scoreboard ticking, I think it was hard for them to put brakes on. And in these kind of games or scorecards where you see uh, there's double digit scores among most of the batsmen, mainly because the bowlers are not able to stop the scoring, right? And that only happens when you get wickets, and that looked like that did not happen because almost every partnership is close to 10, 15, 20 runs in this game, what I'm seeing in the scorecard. So overall, a very, very good batting performance from SSK. First half, uh, they convincingly were on the top in the first half, and then but 125 again, a good score. Local boys definitely has the talent to chase that score down, like Jagan was mentioning. They have good discipline, they have players who are patient and can actually stay at the crease and get the scoreboard ticking, but unfortunately I think they started off badly. First wicket fell in the third over, and then after that, I think they kind of slowed down a little bit, trying to consolidate and not lose any more wickets, and in the process, consumed a lot of balls. Deliveries: Srinivasan Elmalai 10 from 22, Sheikh Mohammed 14 from 35. Then again, like the next few batsmen also like at 60, 70 strike rate. I think that is where they kind of slowed down in the very first half of the chase, and I think that really put some pressure on that chase because they had to chase 126 because at 12 over mark they were like 3 for 37, almost close to 90 runs needed in the second half, which always is a daunting task. Narayan Venkatesan stayed there, not out till the end, but no support from the lower half of the batting scorecard. Eventually, even though they played the 25 overs, got bundled out for 88. And I think SSK in the process were experimenting with their bowling lineup as well. They used 8 bowlers in the process. Manjunatha Yattapu was their pick of the bowlers with 3 wickets in his allotted 4 overs. Kishore Ravuru 2 wickets. Linga and Ravidev 1 wicket each. I think overall this win would definitely put SSK in good space. They won both their games, sitting top in their pool at this point after 2 games. Local boys, on the other hand, I think should just take this as a hard pill to swallow and then just move on, because uh, you will get some of these games, and having these early in the season will only be good if they can learn from that and move on.
See, the one observation I made is Srinivasan Elumule and Senthil Kumar. These two are their best all-rounders.
Hmm.
Okay, they started bowling and they started batting. Either they don't have faith on their own team, or they might be thinking that they can do everything. So they have to think little better if they want to win. If you have somebody like Sheikh, I prefer opening with him always. Who can play long innings without any pressure. Yes, he'll consume some balls, but you need one player who can play long innings till, especially when you're chasing 125. You need one guy who can play as many balls as possible. And Srinivasan and Sendil Kumar, especially Srinivasan, is capable of changing the game anytime, any moment. All he needs is, you know, um, uh, uh,
Again, my analysis on this is like both Srinivasan and Senthil opening them. I think they wanted to get off to a flyer because they were chasing a huge score, but Senthil fell in the third over, right? So, and I think from there they kind of changed their strategy and then kind of slowed down. So,
this simple psychology of any game, um, especially in DCL. I mean, I don't know about now how people think. When we started playing, it's a written. It's a simple rule is, if you are playing any game, their best bowlers are going to bowl first 4 5 hours for sure, 4 hours at least, right? Any team, their best bowlers. So to those 4 hours, somebody like Sheikh, he can easily handle. Okay, so after that, you have bowlers like, for example, say Lingappan, 5 overs, 14 runs. But probably, if same Srinivas and Elumule facing Lingappan, uh, would have become totally different story. That's how I felt when I looked at this game. The Srinivasan is somebody, he can kill the secondary ball, secondary in the seconds change bowlers. I have respect for all these bowlers, but you know the best always come in the beginning, and then later on, uh, uh, the pace will be less when compared to your openers and your spinners. All these guys will come in, and Srinivasan is very good in attacking them. I don't know their plan, but that, at least that's how I felt. Sorry, I ended up taking more time again. The last game of the. Sorry, Imti, you want to say something?
no, I think it was Pradip Bhai, not me.
Okay.
I'm good.
It's your show. You can take however long you want.
Yeah, sometimes my frustration comes out for for not thinking, in a simplistic way.
Yeah.
Okay, Troy Hawks versus Detroit Bulls. Pradeep.
Yeah, this was totally one-sided. I did not think we would be seeing 140, 150 totals in Division One, but here we are. Everybody they got batting from almost everybody that batted. Nikhil scoring 30, Gaurav scoring 29, Nikhil scoring at 100% strike rate. And we have Omkar and Sandeep scoring 19. But what I found interesting was the fifth wicket partnership going from 85 to 138, right? That's what, 50, 38 plus 15, what, 43, 53 runs? in 8 overs. That I think is what I mean. They were scoring at a pretty good clip all along, but that would set the stage up for a big total to 140. So kudos to Bulls. I think hopefully the trend continues. Up until now, I've always felt Detroit Bulls is a good bowling unit, but the batting seems to be showing up. Hopefully it can hold on. But they did a pretty good job of scoring 140, and once you put that type of total, the chasing team is always under pressure, significant pressure. Fahad taking 2 wickets and Mustafa taking 1, Santosh taking 2. But every bowler was expensive. Of course, the total kind of reflects that. But Troy Hawks, I think they were under pressure to score runs. So it looks like they pretty much collapsed with maybe 2 double-digit totals and third one being the extras. Mustafa scoring 16, Murali Palivela scoring 11. But there was not a whole lot of contest in this game. On the bowling side for Bulls, Omkar being the pick of the bowlers, taking 5 wickets for 7 runs. That's an exceptional bowling figures. And of course, Gino and Vikas kind of coming in with 2 wickets apiece, and Mulraj Sen taking 1. Not a lot to write home about, but this was totally one-sided. Hopefully, Troy Hawks will learn from this loss and figure out how to kind of restrict the totals, maybe bring some thought process into the bowling, how to slow the batsman down. But I mean, it looks like Detroit Bulls were on Red Bull or something, because they were scoring really, really good. So that Red Bull gives you wings commercial kind of reminds me of this one right here. So anyway, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, see, but Bulls are playing really good cricket. At least that much I
Yeah,
can say. They are playing
yeah,
really good cricket. Okay,
yeah.
with that, we have completed all the games tonight, analysis part. And before we go for predictions, there's a message from Venkat saying that Rahul is still part of Red Devils. Uh, this year we are playing a lot of tournaments. So. Uh, so it's about distributing the players in all other tournaments. So that is where he is losing Rahul, or at least that's where he is losing a good player who can win the games for you. Okay, let's quickly get into the predictions. The first game of the night is Royal Challengers Detroit versus local boys.
Hello,
Imti,
can you
you
hear
there?
me?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the game?
Royal Challengers Detroit versus local boys.
Again, I would still have faith in local boys. I think I'll still back them to win this one. Local boys for me.
Local boys, okay. Pradip.
Yeah, I'll pick local boys still. I think the loss was probably something they'll work on, and I know that they have a good team, so I'll pick local boys.
Okay. The next one is Ratcha Riders versus Vikings. I think Ratcha Riders. What do you say? Any objections there?
Nope.
Yeah, I'll go with Racha Riders.
Brady?
Yep, same here.
MI Rangers versus Thunderbolts. This is going to be a good game. Imti.
Well, Heart says my Rangers, but I think Thunderbolts will take this one. For some reason, I
Okay.
have that feeling.
So now you're talking, you're bringing out your heart also into the game.
No, I
Okay.
like my Rangers very much. Like they have been a very good team throughout the seasons. Unfortunately, losing players to, and then somehow they're in the second division. This
Yes. Brady.
Where is I'll pass on this one because I'm umpiring this game. Where is
Okay.
WSP? Is that Woodhaven?
This is
WSP is Keith.
Keith? Okay,
Yeah,
thank you for
West
confirming that
Community
because I
Community
would
Sports Park. It's called
have gone,
Community
okay,
Sports Park.
I would have gone to Woodhaven.
That would have been fun.
Actually, it
I'm
happened
glad.
last year. I think last year for some
Last year
game.
or some team actually
Yeah,
they they
there
did
was
it.
a huge issue also.
Mhm.
Okay,
With the toss, all that stuff.
I'm glad I asked you guys.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, if
of
it is
course, even
WSP, it is Keith. So you asked
Okay,
WSP, so we are saying Keith. So
all right, got it. I know where Keith is, so that's a good thing.
yeah. See, okay. One good part is you know you it's not about you, it's about the teams to look into which ground, am I Rangers or Thunderbolts. Okay, if
Yeah.
they go to where Woodhaven and you are in Keith, it will take at least 1 hour drive for anybody to come over there from
Yeah,
Woodhaven to
I'll tell them find another umpire. I'm going home.
okay then.
maybe suggestion. So maybe we can change the wording to Keith just to keep it because it already happened, right?
Yeah,
Last
it
week.
already happened, yes. Yeah, Keith.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next game is Motor City versus Stallions. I'm giving this to Stallions. Any questions? Any objections?
No, I'm good with Stallions.
Okay. The next game is Gujarat Warriors versus SSK. SSK coming off from a great win, and Gujarat Warriors looking very strong. What do you say, Imti?
Yeah, this one will be a tough one. Gujarat Warriors did not play last week, right?
Yeah,
So they're coming off after a break. And SSK had a very good win. I think I'll go with SSK for this one. SSK.
SSK. Okay. What do you say, Pradip?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Guju boys.
Yeah, no, you're going to go with Warriors because you have all your friends there.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
The next one is Phantoms versus SLCC Guardians. Okay, this is going to be a great game. Imti, what do you say?
I don't know. I was trying to look at the standings for these two teams. So Phantoms is below Guardians. Guardians have just played one game. Yeah, I'll go with Guardians.
Guardians. Rajesh may let you. Okay. Uh, Pradi.
Yeah, think I gotta check which game I'm umpiring. Hold on.
you you can skip. I don't mind. You can skip. Okay.
I'm trying to see. Hold on. Yeah, I'm actually umpiring this one, Phantoms and SLCC. So I'll pass on this one too.
Okay. You are
So
umpiring
are you
too many
umpiring two
games.
games or are you just
Two games at a time.
No,
Wow.
I got myself mixed up. Another guy was umpiring the Rangers Thunderbolts, so I'll pick Rangers.
okay?
So AI they might be using AI, artificial intelligence. Another two two versions of Pradip going to the
Yeah,
field.
I'm going
Okay.
to phone myself. I'm going to
Okay.
phone my.
Yeah, the next one is Royal Hunkars versus Spartans. Before even I ask you guys, I'm going with Royal Hunkars. Otherwise, my friend is going to kill me. Okay. Uh, okay. So tell me, Imti.
Yeah, again, Spartans hasn't played yet, right? I'm seeing at the points table they haven't played a game yet, so this will be their first game. Both the teams at the bottom, right? So Royal Hunkars. I don't know. I'm really not convinced with Royal Hunkars. Spartans for me.
Oh my God, Krishna, hope you are listening.
No,
Pradip,
I'll just give it as a challenge, right? So Royal Hunkars is yet to debut with a win in
with
DCL.
a
So
win in TCL, yes, they're they're dropping catch after catch. It takes a lot of time for them to come win any game. At least
last
that's
year, I think
my gut
I
feeling.
umpired one game, and
Hmm.
the number of catches that were missed in that game, like, was like
Record.
I was like, if they had taken those catches, they would definitely have won that game.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
the
if it's
one
still the case, but yeah,
uh,
hopefully they.
this year I watched just one game, one over. That is also Krishna's over. So in, in 1 over they dropped two sitters and they took one catch. Luckily, so
But they have really good bowlers. Like couple of bowlers were really impressive. Like slow bowlers. I think Krishna is one of them,
mm,
and then other guy I don't remember. But yeah, they have actually good bowling. Uh, I think the fielding is letting them down, to be honest.
okay, Krishna will buy you dinner for sure. I'm make a note of that one. Okay. Yeah. So, what is your pick, Pradi?
I'll go with Hunkars.
Okay, Hunkars. 1-1 tie. Let's see what happens next week. And the next game is a repeat of last year finals. And
Yeah.
who's going to win this game? Gladiators or Pokeries? Imti.
Yeah.
Well, tough to pick. Poker is having two very good wins. Gladiators have two wins, but they kind of were like uh, cross the line with 8, 9 wickets. Both the games are chased down. So I don't know. Gladiators definitely look strong, but Poker is, I think, this season is a different team altogether. Somehow, I feel. I will I will I will just go with my gut feeling. Maybe Pokeries.
Pokeries. Okay. What do you say, Pradi?
Yeah. This one's a tough one. If Glads can get their bowling fixed, which seems to be the problem. The last two games they've given up 90 plus runs. Um, Glads need to fix their bowling. The batting, I think, can hold its own, and then a couple of guys need to come back into form. But Pokies have got a lot of momentum on their side. They're playing with a lot of confidence. So I don't know which one. I'm going to go with Glads on this one.
Okay, Glads. Okay, 1-1 tie. See, regardless, my eyes will be on Manoj Prabhakar. How he's going to bowl in this game. Okay,
Yeah.
if he clicks in this game, I would say, uh, DCL has a star bowler. Okay,
Manoj is the same guy who held like batted and won in the first game. Is it the same guy?
I think so. Yeah, he's the
Okay.
same guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, let's see how he's going to do against good teams. Okay. The next one is Stars versus GLCC. I'm skipping this game. There's no point in asking. One. Uh, okay. So I don't want
I mean,
to.
empty pick stars. I'll pick GLCC. Will be tied and
Okay. 1-1 tie. That's where we'll. So let's quickly get into our next Fighters versus Indus Thunders. Okay. This is the game. I want you guys to seriously pick the winner here. Okay, what do you guys say? What do you say, Imti?
So last week I picked against Fighters and they completely proved me wrong. And this week again they're going against Indus Thunders. And but Indus Thunders being the champion team they are, I would definitely pick them. But I think Fighters will give a very uh, uh, tough fight, if I can say that. Indus
What do you
Thunders. Indus
Indus
Thunders.
Thunders? So what do you say, Pradi?
yeah, I don't know about this one. This is like the Pokeries Glads game, right? So the question mark for me at this point is Bangira, Manoj, Dinesh, all those guys are going to play this game or not? If any of those guys are, I shouldn't say two out of the three are going to play this game, then I'll give it to Fighters.
Okay.
Otherwise, those three guys come and play, then it's oh
Let's do. See, I'll take a bet with Imti. Imti, you said Indus Thunders, right? Okay. I'm taking
Okay.
Fighters. Okay. If Fighters win, you buy me lunch or dinner. Okay. If
yeah.
Indus Thunders win, I buy you dinner. What do you say?
If Jagan is so confident, I don't know, there must be some information that you have, or you're just so strongly betting on Fighters.
No, I'm just challenging you. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. Bet on.
Sure, I hope Gopu is listening and he'll help me on this one. So
Okay.
Tell him you'll split the lunch with him.
Yeah, I have to go and talk to Gopu now. Okay. The next one is Red Devils versus Legends. Boy, this is another good game. Imti.
yeah, see, I think we'll have such games like every week, right? With this divisional format, right? We'll have a
Yeah.
lot of close games, and like any game that we're calling out, it's like, oh, this is going to be close, this is going to be close. So yet again, Red Devils versus Legends. I think I will go with Legends just based on last week's performance, unless Red Devils come back strongly with their full strength team. I don't think. I think Legends is like too good this season. Is what I'm thinking. Legends.
Okay. Okay. It's played in Borden Park, so I'm expecting Red Devils to bring in their best unit because
What's it to do with the ground?
most of the cricketers they're cl- they're pitch, the cricketing grounds are very close from that place, right? When compared to all other places, it is that's Rochester.
Okay.
So probably they all come and they leave. It is that's what I'm guessing. Okay, so you
Oh, okay. Okay.
so so what is your pick? Legends, right?
Legends, legends. Yep.
Legends. Pradi, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll pick Legends too, just because of the last week's performance by Devils.
Okay, 2-0 Legends, and we'll see. We'll talk about this game next week. Detroit Bulls versus Canton Hurricanes. I'm giving it to Detroit Bulls. Any objections there?
No, I think the way Detroit Bulls are playing, I think it, they will take this one.
They're
Canton Hurricanes
already
still need to, I think, get into winning ways, right? So.
okay. I'm getting bombarded by the question, right?
Uh oh.
Why you are not pick? Not, why you guys are not picking the game between Stars and GLCC?
Who is asking?
I thought we picked already.
we already picked. We already picked. It's 1-1 tie. Imti picked his
I
own
hope
team
it. I hope
Stars.
it's not Hari Parankush who is asking you that question.
and and no, there are several people who asked. And Pradi picked GLCC. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's done deal. Okay, the next game is Rebels Cricket versus Stingers. Imti.
I'll go with Stingers. Like I
Okay,
really like Stingers. Yep.
okay. Pradi.
Yeah, I'll go with Stingers too.
Okay, Dynamites versus Detroit Titans. Imti.
I think I'll go with Detroit Titans on this one.
Titans.
Yep.
Okay. Pradi.
I'm going with Dynamites.
Dynamites.
Um,
Okay, your next year team. Good.
yep.
Kia-
So
Okay.
how come this is still a cross pool game? I thought the cross pool games were the first 3 weeks only, right? Or no? This is still a cross pool
Mm,
game, right? Detroit Titans.
is that a
Oh, maybe they
crossful?
had a break.
Yeah, maybe they did. And they,
Yeah, probably. Okay. No, sorry, never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. The next game is KRCC versus United Raptors. I'm guessing KRCC will take it unless the crocodile, makes me dance. What do you say, Imti?
You still remember that crocodile, huh?
Crocodile, yes.
Uh,
I love crocodiles.
yeah, no, I was actually impressed with United Raptors in the last game, right? The way they fighted, uh, but they lost the game, unfortunately. KRCC, on the other hand, has still not shown that spark of brilliance that they had a couple of seasons ago. So I'm not sure how their player balance is looking for KRCC. But if United Raptors can put up a performance like last game, I think they will give a good fight to KRCC. I'll still go ahead and pick KRCC, but this should be a
KRCC.
close game. It should definitely not be a one-sided game.
What do you say, Brady?
I'll go with KRCC too.
KRCC. KRCC 2-0. I want crocodiles listening this one. Okay, the next one is Hawks versus MCC Miles. Last game. This is the last game. Imti,
Hawks versus MCC Miles.
which Miles shows up to the game is the question.
That is a good point, yes. But again, like MCC Miles, again, like historically has been hot and cold through the regular season, right? So
Hmm.
one game they really play brilliantly, and then the immediate next game, they kind of cool down. So I
So
hope, I
you
hope
see a
this
sine wave there?
So I'm thinking the last week's game should definitely motivate them to come stronger this week. But then again, Hawks is also a very good team who have been consistent in the last couple of seasons. So this will be a tough one. Uh, just on paper, I think Miles looks stronger and will take this game for me. Miles.
Miles. Brady, what do you say?
Yeah, this is going to be a close game. I
Let's play it
like
to
both
their strength.
teams, but yeah, I think I'll go with MCC Miles on this one simply because they're probably pissed after the last loss, the way they lost. Yeah, so I'll go with MCC Miles. I still have hopes for them. I'm still not
Okay,
convinced to bet on them yet.
okay, okay. So I think I'm going to beat you both here. I have a very strong gut feeling that Hawks are going to win this game. Okay, with
So
that,
even this is another lunch.
I'm ready for the challenge. Okay, with that, we have completed all the games for tonight, and we took just 7 minutes over 10. I mean, in our one hour time. Probably I ended up talking too much. Next week onwards, I'll talk less. I'll let our analysts talk more. Okay, with that, I'll take last words and last words from the analyst and close the show. Imti.
Yep, again, very good show. Thanks, Pradip Bhai and Jagan, for today's show. Thanks to all our listeners for yet another episode, being patient. And even though we run over time, you always support us. So thanks again. All the best to all the teams playing this week. Hopefully, the weather stays out and we get all the games that happen, and we can talk some exciting things next week. So, good night.
Pradi.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Great show, indeed. Good luck this weekend. Jagan, thank you for having me on. Thanks to all the listeners. Without you guys, there is really no reason for us to do this. So hopefully you guys enjoy it as much as we do. Good luck to all the teams playing this weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and don't get injured. Have fun. Good night.
Okay, thank you, Imti. Thank you, Pradi, and thank you all listeners. Good night.